Hello guys, Elsie from Time to Invest. This is my another video I'm making. It's been a while I haven't made any video. This video is about the chart of United States, the Dow Jones industrial charts again. Just wanted to go through with this chart with you guys. If you like charts, you're gonna love this because this shows exactly. This chart is actually live and tradingview.com chart is projecting live exactly as it is. um, just showing you the chart at the moment, so you can see today is 8th of June 2016, and the chart is showing as 17,914 and 80 cents. As you can see, the very big, we're right on the top at the moment. And if you compare with 2009, which was just after the collapse in 2008, as you can see, the bottom there was 2009. Um, the 2009 bottom was 6,480 and 60 cents. So as you can see, after the 2009, the Fed start doing QEs. So um, for those that you know, QE is a quantity easing program that Ben Bernanke decided to do after the collapse of 2008 to stimulate the economy. So we went from 2009 till 2011. We went up to the very top again, and then we dropped to 10,510, and then he went to QE infinity, Operation Twist, and then QE Infinity. So he stopped sometime in 2013. I can't remember when, but sometimes 2013 they stopped, and then they decide to do. Um, in 2015 they decide to do interest rate rise. So as you can see, we're sitting on 17,938, and it's gone down to 15 in 2014, and then we had another big drop 2015 August. That drop actually came from China. China had a big stock market crash, over 1,000 points, and they affect the chart, affect the U.S. Dow Jones chart from the United States. So as you can see, that drop there, that's when the China had that collapse, and then China start doing QEs and quantity easing and all that stuff, and it picked up right to the top again, but it didn't actually go to the very top, 18,340. So it only went all the way till 17,931. So I'm just going to be a little bit quick because I want to talk about different topics today. So as you can see, we dropped 15,506, and then we went up to the very top again, 18,127. If you notice, it's not even got didn't even reach the top 18,500 before. You just reached 18,111. And they pretty much all the economists that I follow and I study, and they predicting that once that happened on the chart, there's no way that this chart is going to go anywhere higher than what it reached before. So as you can see here, one drop went up, and then another drop went up, and then another drop. So this is the third top, and it didn't reach the high, so it just reached the lower high. So from then on, they're predicting, and today's 16, so June 16, 8th of June 2016. So we run on the top here. So what we're looking for a couple of months from now till October and November, which is the election in the United States, we're looking for this chart to drop all the way. This chart is going to drop all the way. It's going to be worse than 2008. So if 2008 was 6,000 513. I'll quickly show you. So that means this chart is going to be somewhere below the 6,000, below 6,496, as you can see there. So it's going to be worse than that. So that's a big drop. So if you can see here, 2008, the top 2008 was 11,837, and then it dropped to 6,464. So it was a minor drop, but it was still like really really big drop compared with 1930s. So what we're looking for, I hope that you guys have some um, leverage and some insurance on your investments. Um, Not being just on stocks, because once this drops, there's no way, there's no recovery. If you're still on that chart, if you're still in the game, there's no way you can recover from this. This is going to be the biggest stock market crash in a humankind. It's really in the history of the humankind. It's going to be the biggest stock market crash. So as you can see there, um, that's what we're expecting. So with 2016 today, so they're looking to 2016 just before the election. So the election is somewhere around November, the United States election. So it's November the 6th, 2016. So we're expecting the big crash before that. Um, as you all know, we've got Hillary Clinton, we got Donald Trump, and Bernie Sanders. They're still campaigning for the presidential election. So let's wait and see what happens. All depends as well who's winning, who's going to win the election. Because if Hillary wins or if Bernie Sanders win, I don't think they've got enough credentials to pull the market up. So even if Donald Trump wins, he's going to need a lot of support from other candidates to get everyone together and move our way up there, work things up. So it's going to be a hard year. So I just want to take you guys to the Dodgy Bank charts on Yahoo Finance. A couple of days he was on $15. Today is 14.97. So we've got a drop again, and as you can see there, we've got another drop. So this bank, the Dodgy Bank, again is a dead duck. So this bank is not going to go anywhere. Uh, Sometime in 2000, around 2008, 2009, this bank was trading in 100 euros per share, 100 euros per share for individual share. Now it's trading 14.97 euros per share, so 14 bucks per share. So this bank is finished. This one is absolutely finished, and a lot of people are not aware of. As you can see, the volume here of this share in 52 weeks, ranging 13.3. So net earning. So the net earning date is minus 5.30. I'm not going to go into technical. I'm just going to stick with just the chart, just the basics. So this is 1 day chart. So if you go to 3 months, you go to 6, you go 1 year. Let's go 1 year chart, and you can see there where this chair used to be. You can see right there, $31. So if we go to 5 years and 2008, 2010, 2009, as you can see right there, 102, 102.66. So this is July 2007. Between April and July 2007, it was trading 102.66 €102.66 per share. So today is 14.97. So you can see the drop in 2009. The share went all the way down to what does it say there? 14.68. So since then, in 2009, we actually stay around that range. It went up and down, and it's actually dead in 2009. So today is 2016. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 6 years later, we're still on 14.97, so it hasn't gone anywhere. Um, the people, everyone that had their money on $102, there's no way they're gonna get their money back, so they've lost it. As you can see, and take you to another chart. So the Deutsche Bank is one of the banks that we all know that it's gone, and there's also the Citibank. It's also on the brink of collapse, and the Bank of America is finished, and but the Deutsche Bank is the main one because the Deutsche Bank is it's being leveraged in trillions of dollars, 75 between $75 trillion in leverage, and is Europe bank. So this is the German Europe bank. So at the moment they're carrying up the Greece debt. The Greece is bankrupt already, and they gave the money to Greece to help out with the bailout, and they control Greece at the moment, but the bank is dead. So Greece didn't really want the bailout, but they were forced to take the bailout, and they had no way out. So talking about Greece, I also want to talk about the UK. As you all know, um, the UK is they're debating about the break exit in the UK. So we expecting the referendum to be decided 23rd of June 2016. So there's actually a new movie called The Breaks Exit 2016, which has got a lot of documentary and a lot of people talking about the good thing in being in the Euro and the bad thing in stay with the Euro, really. I think you all should see that video. It's a very good video. And like I said, in my opinion, Britain should leave, but um, that's what they want to do. But the Europe that want them to leave, so they're trying to buy them out to stay, and but I'm pretty sure that they'd be smart enough to leave because they don't want to lose their solvency. And like you all know, if they stay, that means the Europe decides and make laws and decides how many immigrants they should take, what their laws should be, and things like that. And Britain will have no say, and it will be absolutely this solvency will be absolutely dead. And a lot of people are saying, well, if Britain leaves, then the tariff is going to be more expensive and things are going to be more expensive. But when you look around other European countries, they're not in the euro and they're still doing okay. Um, so I don't really see Britain lose completely everything like Greece. Greece is gone. So I reckon England should leave. And when you think about Switzerland, they're not in EU and they're doing very, very well. And their currency is one of the good currencies, one of the really good trading currencies on the world. So, um, so should the pound should be, but I think it's too late for the pound to be. So the pound is going to go. Let's move on to the next subject. So I also want to talk about the Venezuela. So I'll take you over to um, actually I'll take you over to the interest rates in Australia. So we just had the interest rate cut in May 4th, 2016. So yeah, where was I, guys? I was talking about the interest rates in Australia. So the RBA of Australia cut the interest rate on the new historic low of 1.75%. Um, the last interest rate was 2%. Now we're being cut into 1.75%. Yeah, that means you can pay for your mortgage. Yeah, you do have a reduce to pay for your mortgage, and $70 to $80, depending on the size of your mortgage. But the big problem here is, as you can see here, according to Costa, the RBA decision save a typical homeowner at $72 a month on $500 loan. But the problem is you will never be able to pay the total of $500,000 loan in 30 years. That's what the problem is. So the $500,000 loan, you have 30 years to pay for it. There's no way you're going to be paying because the economy is going to be so bad that you're not going to be able to pay for that. And that's why they're putting the interest rate down. And everything looks all nice and easy and sweet. And you get like $72 a month discount. And you think, oh, what a deal. The government is so good and they care for their people and things like that. What they're trying to do, they're trying to easy out the the debt. So in doing that, more people will rush in and buy the houses. So you go over and you buy a house and you get a mortgage, your cousin, your friends, and everyone that you know, and you think, oh, interest rate is so low, what a bargain. And you go and you get the house, and it probably lasts you 5 years, not even that. And then you find yourself with a house, and which is worth half the price, and the bank is after you, even if you bankrupt yourself, you're ending up with a debt. Um, that's what the problem is. So um, that's why they're doing the interest rate reduce. They're cutting off so people can buy, and people that are already in the house can actually afford to pay for them. Because if they had left the interest rates at the same high that it was before, just after 2008 was around 6%. Interest rate was 6%, so now it's 1.75. So if you had bought a house back then and your interest rate was 6% and now is 1.75, yeah, you'd be laughing. You'd be, oh, that's really a good deal. And even though that you're not going to be able to pay for it, but that's a good deal. But if you bought a house last year or 3 years ago, or because you bought about a house last week because the interest rate's gone down, or you're going to buy a house, you're going to make a big mistake, the biggest mistake of your lifetime. All right, let's move on, guys. You can read the documentary yourself. So this article is in internet. You can go and read the whole thing. You can see why they put the interest rate down, and da 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 da. And it's a good investment for a short period of time. If you buy it and sell, yeah, it's all right. If you buy today and you sell in less than 3 months, yeah, you make a profit with it. Um, it depends, how you're buying it. But if you're buying to live there and to pay in 30 years, you're making a very big mistake. Um, I'm gonna move on to next topic. I want to talk about Venezuela. So as you all know, Venezuela is a country that it has 30.69 million population. This is in 2014. So as you can see, it's on the bottom of South America, and the GDP is 131.9 billion US. So the GDP is the gross domestic product, that they buy per country, 131.9 billion, which is pretty good, So um, they've got about around same population as Australia. So Venezuela's got 30.69 million. Australia's got 23, I believe is about 23 million in population. So uh, let's see, Australia. So Australian population is, sorry guys, bear with me for a second. Just loading my computer. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Uh, this one here, that's what I'm looking for. So, There is about 24, Australian population is about 24 million. So we're talking about 24 million. There you go, 24 point 97,000. So 24 million in all Australia. So that's not bad compared with Venezuela. But we actually close because Venezuela's got 30 million. So my point is that they're such in debt at the moment. Go back to this article here, and it says that Venezuela food shortages cause some to hunt for dogs and cats and pigeons. So that just shows how bad the Venezuela country is doing at the moment. And it's just surprised that this subject hasn't been spoken or we haven't been told about it on the main news. So that really surprised me because how come a country like that, 30.9 million people in population, and they're going to collapse, and people are hunting for dogs and cats and pigeons to survive, and yet not even a mention, nothing on the main news, Channel 9, Channel 7, ABC News, 24-hour news. No one is mentioned about it. It's just, what a illusion we're living on to. So they only want you to know what they want you to know, and or they might not want you to be scared. So, but that's what happened in Venezuela. I'll just quickly show you the president of Venezuela at the moment. His name is what is his name there? Maduro is President Nicolas Maduro. So everyone blames him for the mess. We want ourselves, and we said Chavez 36. We went to go to the forever. Something has to give. So they blaming this guy. This guy just take over Hugo Chavez, and he knows why the economy is doing bad. Is because they asked the United States for the gold back. The United States didn't like it. They didn't go along with what United States wanted, and in return, Hugo Chavez was pretty much um, um, what word should I use? Well, is a speculation that he's actually been assassinated, he's been put away, and this guy's taken over. So this guy is a successor of Hugo Chavez, but what they did, they put sanctions on Venezuela, and therefore Venezuela cannot trade anything with US dollars. So US dollars is a well-known currency which they trade with SWIFT, and if you don't do or you don't go along with what United States wants, so they can just ban you anytime. So they've got full control of that. So that means you can't buy things from other countries without the US dollar, which is the recognized one, and therefore your country goes into chaos. And knowing that, they're laughing and doing the election in the United States like nothing happened, and um, no big deal. When people are dying of starvation and the country is going into chaos, they just carry on with their normal lives, especially Hillary Clinton, who was the Secretary of State. And if she was really worried about all this, then why isn't she saying anything? Why isn't America doing anything about it? I mean, you know, you can not agree about something, but that doesn't mean you have to kill people, you know what I mean, in order to make their country suffer. So that's what's going on at the moment. I'll just let you listen to a little bit of this interview.
I've spent 4 hours in line here to buy bread, to be able to eat because there is no food. I was in a line this morning from 5 a.m. and at 11 a.m. I couldn't buy anything because there was nothing left.
We give just one bag per person so we can have enough for everybody. Look how many people are in the line. If I sold them more, a lot of people want 3 or 4 bags, there wouldn't be enough bread for the others. The situation, well, I can't say it's good, but we all have to eat. We all need to do something to live.
So, in closing, that's what's happening, guys. And so you can prepare yourself. You can see what's happening. 30.7 million, and this is what happened to them. So if that ever happens in Australia, we've got 24.9 million population here. I mean, we've got bigger country and we've got a lot more to eat than Venezuelans, and we've all relocated with New Zealand and all that. But that's just still bad. So in worst case scenario of this event here that I showed you guys before, we're going back to the chart I showed you before. Um, so this chart here that I showed you before, uh, we expect big things to happen then, as you can see here. So this doesn't really look good at all. This looks really, really scary. And when you listen to other experts talking about between here, so this is 2008. I'll go through it again, guys. So this is 2008, 6,480 points, and we're now trading at 17,931. And if it comes to this here in 2016, right? It comes into here. They actually reckon it's gonna go past, but if it just comes to 2008, this time it's gonna be really, really bad. China is gonna be affected. Europe is gonna be affected. The United States is gonna be affected, and Australian definitely is gonna be affected as well. So we're not immune from this collapse. So I hope that you guys are prepared. I hope that you have some insurance. I hope that you ride with God, and I hope that you have some gold and silver to protect yourself. And that's what we're expecting here. And it's not far away. This collapse, according to Bo Palmy, one of very good forecasters, he's actually saying from June. June is zero. It starts from June till October the 3rd. We've got all these events to happen. So we're already up here. We went down. We've been up again. We've been down. So we're up again. So now we're waiting for the event to happen. So they believe this will go down slowly, slowly, slowly. Will drop here, or will drop here, and then it'll be an event. They just go all the way. Just keep going all the way down. And yeah, and I hope you're prepared by then. Um, so that's my update video. You all know about the news, about just the normal news. Muhammad Ali died in June the 3rd. We all know about it. He was a good boxer, and I liked him, and a prophet, and I liked him. So as you all know, he's dying of Parkinson's disease and of age of 74, I believe. So yeah, in closing, I just want to let you all know, be safe, be prepared, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.